Hi there. Welcome to Patreon, and thank you for joining as a patron of the programs that I'm developing to make sure people have the self-care tools that they need for everyday action in their lives. So what I want to share with you today is one of the seated foot exercises that we use in Tai Chi, but which opens up everything in the body. It's a fabulous tool to do before you get out of bed, or putting your feet on the side of the bed, or you're just started your day and you're just sitting in a chair waiting to go, then this is a great exercise. So what I'm going to do is just back up to my chair, and then I'll walk you through the exercises. You can add this before activities, after activities, before bed, or getting out of bed. Wonderful tool to work with. Okay, so here we go. So finding a chair that you can sit on, you're going to sit forward on the chair so that your back is nice and straight, pushing straight up through the back of the head. And I've got my ankles right underneath my knees, so everything is straight. And I'm going to walk my feet apart so they're about shoulder width apart. That's where the energizing position is. Anything else is going to change the way that your energy is working. You're going to take one foot forward, and just like doing a toe tap to music, we're just going to tap the toe. This is going to be a lift up off the floor rather than a push down to the floor. And that's so that you can put the accent on the up. Now, the little pumping action we have going on at the heel is helping to send fluid back up to the center of the body to be processed. Coming back, take the other foot. You only need to do maybe 15, 20 of them. Just get that pump going. And if you've been sitting for a while, or you've been sitting kind of constrained, this is a great exercise just to get that pump floating. Okay, so we come back with that. All right, so now what we're going to do is windshield wipers. So we're going to go toes side to side. Okay, you can put your fists in between your knees and move there. And as you can see by the video, my whole body ends up moving. So there's an action that goes with that. Now I can do this fairly quick because I do this just about every day, but you might not have the same mobility. So what you want to do is turn, let the feet go down flat, and turn, let them go down flat. It's really easy for one foot to go further than the other foot, so trying to keep them even. And sometimes the toes will flip, so trying to get them flat. So you're back and forth. Okay, so we come back to center. Now we're going to take the heels. And again, you can see what's happening through my legs all the way to my hips. And this is going into the back as well. And this is changing dynamics through the whole body. And these little micro movements change and message the body and the brain as to how things are and the status of different systems. Okay, so we got that. So the next one is now we're going to do windshield wipers, but they open and close. So now what you're going to do is go open with them and then close. My feet are a little bit close together, so I'm just going to go a little bit wider. Open, in, open, in. Same thing. You want your foot to go flat down on the floor and nice and easy. The hip is going to easily open and close, so you've got a nice, easy action. Okay, and again, you've got about 10 or 15 of them, not very many. The next one, you're going to take the heels. So your knees will knock in, and then they're going to open. In and out. Okay, and the heels are going to open and close. And again, you're going to notice this. This changes the dynamics all the way through the knees. So you're going to have a completely different action working with this. Okay, and now I'm going to do what's called the crawl. That's the nickname I gave it. So you put your feet together, toes to one corner, and you go twist, twist, twist. I'm a little bit on an angle, but I'm going to put all the way down into my right foot, point the toe, and it's going to lift because I pushed into the leg that's staying stationary. So I go 1, 2, 3, point, push, down, and back. Twist, 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 point, push. Now a pointed toe is important because what you're doing is you're pulling across the surface of the body on the legs, which is going to open up energy lines that go along the top part of the body. So you have stomach and spleen, kidney, bladder, liver, gallbladder. Those are the main meridians. There are a few extras that also pass through here, but that gives you an idea. So I'm going to push the heel out, and I'm going to lift with a flexed leg this time, and that's going to open the back of the knee, which is going to help with kidney and bladder, where they close off very often while you're sitting. There's 2 points in the back of the knee where the energy lines pass through, and this helps to pop them open. So if you spend a lot of time with your knees bent, you'll find this action is going to change what you're doing. Okay, and again, you don't need to do too many of them. So if you do 4, 6, 8, somewhere that of each one, that'll make a difference. So now we're just going to open the feet back up again so they're shoulder width apart. Ankles are back underneath the knees. And now what I'm going to do is a ball of the foot onto the floor and then drop the heel. I'm going to turn my foot sideways just so you can see. Ball of the foot and then heel drop. Okay, ball of the foot, heel drop. And what you're going to do with this is pick the foot up, place it on the floor, drop it to the bottom. If there's a challenge trying to do this action, then you know you've got some spots in the body, which is it coordinating for this particular action. And by taking some time with it, you can change that. This is great because this is a front to back dimension activity. And a lot of times back dimension isn't functioning the best that we want it because we don't use it that often, or we've changed our movement so that we're not using it, we don't realize it. Okay, so now this is a challenge for you. Then my recommendation is to go ball of the foot, point the toe, ball of the foot, flat. So I'm just going to turn my foot so you can see it. Ball of the foot, toe, ball of the foot, flat. Okay, ball of the foot, toe, ball of the foot, flat. This can help you find the differentiation that you might not have. You also may notice a few muscles in your calf or lower leg might appear just because they're really tight, and this is actually going to allow them to let go. Okay, we're engaging a lot with that. Okay, so if you need to do that little bit just to isolate it out, that can help you. That can be a little extra one if you like. And the last part is the stone run. Full foot on the floor, even the heel. So I'm just going to turn so you can see. I've got my heel on the floor. But you keep everything straight forward so everything's lined up. I'm just turning my feet so you can see. Okay, so now if you compare what your legs felt like before you started, you may notice now there's like a little buzz going on. And that buzz may be coming up your leg. It might come past your knee, maybe stop with mid-thigh. Maybe it keeps coming and it's coming all the way up to your hip. The goal is to get that little buzzy feeling to travel all the way up to the top of your head. So that's your goal. If you're not there, if you're somewhere in here before the buzzing stops, then you know you don't have energy traveling all the way to the foot. All right, so I gave you some ideas when you can add this little exercise in. I also use it if I'm in a meeting and I'm sitting for a long time, then I might do this under the table. Or if I'm in a meeting on my computer and I just need to start moving my feet around just a little bit to get the energy to flow. It makes a big difference on how I can think and function and also how I respond, because I'm not responding from a tired, kind of sedative kind of place, more of an activity, activated kind of place. So that's the seated form of Tai Chi. That's the initial foot exercises, and you can add them in anywhere. So I hope you enjoy finding out where you can place them and how you can make them a part of what you're doing. And if you are someone who has clients or people that are coming to you, This is a great exercise for them to do while they're waiting for you. In a waiting room, in a session, at the end of the session, this might be a really good place to just engage everything you can have. All right, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.